Gracias por la puntualidad. Hemos visto hoy que las aplicaciones y los sitios web, ¿cómo los puedes mejorar? Ya que son plataformas, o sobre todo superficies, muy populares para que la gente conecte con su producto o servicio. Sin embargo, vemos una transición, una evolución de esas superficies con las que estamos familiarizadas a otras. Creo que a nadie en la audiencia le sorprendería se va a sorprender cuando les digo que la actividad número uno de las personas en nuestras plataformas en su vida digital es el uso de mensajería instantánea. Muchos lo están haciendo ahora mismo, de hecho. Ahí es donde pasamos mayor tiempo. Sin embargo, los negocios aún no han sido capaces de establecer una experiencia agradable que impulse sus objetivos y que les ayude a establecer lo que llamamos una conexión significativa con sus clientes, con sus usuarios, a través de mensajería instantánea. Creo que apenas estamos en el inicio de esto. Quiero, para que platique un poco más de este tema, presentarles a Linda Lee, quien encabeza el equipo de alianzas en torno a la plataforma de Facebook Messenger, y que nos podrá platicar un poco cómo pueden utilizar la mensajería instantánea para servir a sus objetivos de negocio, para establecer estas conexiones significativas y cómo pueden construir una experiencia agradable para sus usuarios adoptando las mejores prácticas. Así que bienvenida, Linda.
Hola. Me llamo Linda, and I'm on the Messenger Partnerships team. Really excited to be here with you today. It's my third visit to Mexico City. I'm loving the weather, and we're really excited to have you all here in the room. And I'm going to speak with you about how to use Messenger to engage your audience. So how many of you developers out there have already built an experience on the Messenger platform? Awesome. This is great. And how many of you as a user have interacted with a business or a brand on Messenger? Oh, even better. This is great. So to kick it off, in 2018 this year, it's estimated that 2 billion people around the world will be messaging. And I think we all engage in that every day. And messaging apps are an important launch point for that kind of communication. So whether it's the simple things from organizing an evening out with your friends or sharing those more meaningful life moments, messaging is the way to go. We're seeing that it's instant, it's direct, it's personal. And among people who use a messaging app every month, 80% of adults, 91% of teens message every day. And as you can imagine and expect, as our messaging increases as we talk to our family and friends, this is also impacting how people expect to interact with businesses as well. So among people who message businesses, nearly 2/3 have said that their messaging behavior has increased during the past 2 years. And over half of those people say they're actually more likely to shop with a business that they can message directly and where they can get a response back from that business. The behavior is still growing, obviously, and we're really excited about it. And this is where we see a huge potential for businesses to consider how messaging apps can help them deliver a more effective and personalized communication strategy to connect with new and existing customers. Now, Messenger makes it easy to reach just about anybody, whether you don't have their phone number or even if you're not friends on Facebook today. And Messenger has richer features than what may be available through texting and SMS. So whether it's sharing stickers, GIFs, some of that rich media like videos, actually also sending P2P payments as well with your friends, and again, even chatting with your favorite business or brand on Messenger. We see this meteoric rise in messaging on Messenger today. We now have over 1.3 billion active users on Messenger. There are over 70 million businesses with pages on Facebook today, and of those, 20 million businesses are actively messaging with people every month. As more and more businesses move to this new channel, we're seeing that reflected in the growth in messaging volume. There is now over 2 billion messages that are exchanged between businesses and people every month. Now, this includes both interactions with automated bot experiences as well as live human agents. Since we opened the Messenger platform about 2 years ago in 2016, we now have over 100,000 developers, some of which are here in the room. Thank you for that. And over 200,000 monthly active bots. It's been a great learning experience for us, and we love hearing back from the community of developers about how they're using Messenger today. Messenger allows you to create those powerful, personalized, more relevant communications to bring your brand to life for businesses and make those direct connections with people. So whether it's raising awareness for your brand, acquiring new customers, driving conversions, enabling transactions, and even after that purchase has been made, providing customer care, Messenger can be part of that solution and is helping businesses drive those outcomes. Now, let's walk through some examples of businesses that are already doing this today. So in terms of raising awareness, this is an example of a business, of a partner who's worked with us to build out an experience that they haven't offered elsewhere. So Tommy Hilfiger launched a bot on Facebook Messenger last year, and it was tied in with New York Fashion Week, and it was to announce their new collection with Gigi. And it was called Tommy Girl, and the service enabled that kind of personalized conversational mode so that fans of the brand could browse items, actually shop for items as well. It was created in partnership with the AI platform Message.ai, and shoppers were then styled with the outfits that they were most interested in. And with this bot experience, they found that they were seeing 3.5 times the number of the duration of interaction on Messenger versus some of the other digital channels that they were utilizing. You can see some of that bot in action. So in addition to building brand awareness, obviously Messenger allows you to reach an audience that you may otherwise not have access to, especially with the 1.3 billion users today. So Fanta used Messenger in Brazil along with click-to-messenger ads that were available in Facebook newsfeed as well as Instagram to promote this new Fanta Guarana drink and invite a young audience to try the new drink at participating McDonald's locations near them. Now, the brand distributed 2.6 million coupons that were generated through the bot, and more than a third of them were redeemed at participating locations. They saw an actually over 46% greater activation rate than the control group that they were measuring against. Businesses are also starting to realize that Messenger enables one of the most direct and engaging forms of connections that you can have with people. And it's an excellent channel in that sense for driving sales. So here's another example of a partner that's doing this today and using that conversational dynamic to convert interest into sales. So Love Your Melon is a charity-driven US-based apparel company that used Messenger to re-engage customers and inform them about new products that they had available. So for the launch of their newest product, Love Your Melon actually took advantage of sponsored messages, which is a paid product that you can use to re-engage users who've already messaged the business previously. The message encouraged recipients to browse new colors, new styles, and actually purchase. So with this experience that Love Your Melon took advantage of, they saw a 19% click-through rate from the message to the website and a 14x return on their ad spend. And when it comes to customer service, the number one thing that I think we all as users, of course, care about is responsiveness. You want to know that when you reach out to a business, you're going to hear back from them in a timely nature. So building that capability to be responsive at scale is really a natural starting point for automation. So well-known brand here in Mexico, out of Mexico, took to Messenger with YaloChat. I think we have some folks from Yalo here in the room. And they created AeroBot. And it's a bot that answers questions and can handle some of those automated customer support type of interactions on Messenger. They're helping 35,000 people a day with their inquiries and using some of this AI to parse some of the queries that come through. Now, with this Aerobot experience on Messenger, Aeromexico saw a 12x improvement in response time. So in being able to actually respond in a timely manner instead of keeping their travelers waiting was a big win for Aeromexico. And they actually also found that 96% of those inquiries could be answered without human intervention. I think this just shows you that if you use automation in the right way, it can really help your brand or your business to handle some of those lightweight, simpler type of inquiries and interactions that people may want to engage in. And obviously with this, it then frees up human agents, especially when it comes to customer care, to really handle those more escalated issues that require that human touch. So just a quick note here that Messenger platform is designed for the way that you do business. So for conversational methods, it's the way that you talk to people directly. So it could be, again, that human interaction with a live agent or an automated experience or both. We're also communicating in a way that's visual. So it's not just text. You can make use of images and video and audio messages as well. And of course it's social, because it is Messenger after all. And it's about creating new connections and enabling people who are interacting with your brand to share that news with their other contacts on Messenger. So whether you choose one style of bot or a combination, everything on Messenger and on the Messenger platform works together and in a seamless fashion. So I wanted to just highlight just a few of the automated features that we have on the Messenger platform for you to be aware of. And one of them is account linking. And with this, it's a secure protocol where businesses can actually connect the customer's account on file with the Messenger account, which of course enables you all to provide that more relevant and personalized experience. And you know that much more about that person to help them resolve the issue that they're coming to you for. The persistent menu, it helps people navigate the experience that you're presenting to them. It's a great way for folks to be able to come back and not have to remember certain text commands, for example, and also restart the flow if they need to start interacting from the starting point. Finally, quick replies. Hopefully you guys have seen this in your interactions with brands and even among your friends in one-to-one threads. Quick replies are a great tool to offer a more guided experience for people as they interact with your brand and your business on Messenger. So it helps kind of set the expectation of what the bot cannot do. And again, it's really guided along with that point in that conversation. And it's easier to then have an automated type of message interaction with people. So I also wanted to highlight some additional points because we get a lot of questions from developers and businesses around discovery. I think that's the number one thing that's come up in terms of a request. So as you hopefully have all seen, last April we announced the Discover tab in Messenger, and I'm happy to say that it is available today already in Mexico, in the US, in Colombia, Argentina, just to name a few countries, and it's going to continue to roll out in additional countries as well. So you'll see that there's a featured unit as well as a set of categories that make it really easy for people who come into Messenger to see what's available and what's the latest and greatest. So I also wanted to note parametric codes as well. I don't know how many of the developers have actually utilized Messenger codes and parametric codes. That's a fantastic tool as well for especially some of those offline experiences. So whether it's a retail store, an outlet, or an event that's just happening, it's an easy way to get people interacting with your bot experience by scanning from the camera and directing users directly into your bot. There's also an API for Messenger codes now where you can actually add referral parameters. So it's a really great way to then create multiple codes tied to your Facebook page, and you can create custom entry points, for example. So if you're at one location versus another, or a certain event versus another, and you can actually offer more of those custom interactions that get them a bit more in tune with what expectation they may have. What you see here is chat extensions as well, and hopefully some of you had a chance to take advantage of some of those in your one-to-one threads. But This, again, is a great way for developers and businesses to offer social and interactive web views that users can invoke into existing conversations. So when you're in a one-on-one thread with your friend or in a group chat with your family, let's say, you can easily go to the composer, take advantage of the plus icon on the left side there, and that will open what we call our chat extension drawer. And from there, people can then interact with the experience that the business has presented, share relevant content back into that existing thread, and continue the conversation around that. So all of these examples show how Messenger is a better communication channel to raise awareness, to acquire new customers, drive conversions, and offer customer care. And so I want to leave you with just a few tips as you think about building your experience on Messenger. So first, let's talk about this debate between sort of conversational and GUI. And I know there's a lot of back and forth about it, but it really depends on what it is that you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. So as we all know, chat and texting is very easy, it's intuitive, it can be really powerful, but oftentimes texting constantly can get tiresome, and if you make a mistake, you may have to start over and whatnot. So take a look at what's called sort of what we refer to as like death by decision trees. So this is just a demo of a travel bot, but you'll see this flow here where this bot is just constantly asking one question after another that the user then has to type an answer into. So this is an example of what not to do. So this obviously is asking for multiple inputs, and you have to go through that whole flow before you get any results that are relevant to you. So imagine if something went wrong in the middle of this flow, then do you have to start over? It doesn't create the best user experience overall. So when you need to collect multiple inputs, WebView probably be a better alternative. So I want to make sure you're well aware of this. And SwellyBot is a good example of how they're using WebView today. So it just shows about some of those life decisions that you may need to make and getting your friends' opinions on it, like what snack should I buy? And then you can subscribe to those questions and get your friends to provide their input, follow along with what they're answering, and get notifications about those type of questions. So how does Swelly use WebView for these type of subscription options? And it's plain and simple here, as you see. It's just a list of checkboxes. And that WebView, as you can see, is customized, so it's about halfway length. So it makes it feel like it's more of a widget, and you're still within that conversation without breaking up that flow. I've already talked briefly about the persistent menu, but this is also a great example. eBay ShopBot is really leveraging the nested structure of persistent menu. And you can see at a glance very quickly what it is that bot can do. So whether it's browsing a collection, customizing your preferences, and even some power user tips. And what's nice is you can also restart the bot flow at any time. So this is sort of that anchor point that users can always come back to. So just because you have these nested menu option doesn't mean that you need to go crazy and overload it. You want to keep it as simple as possible. Obviously, the top level menu should have your main functionality outlined, and then make use of those nested structures when it's natural to the progression of what it is the user wants to do and what you expect them to do. So once you have your bot in market, obviously driving awareness with users and with your customers is a really important piece of this. And a great way to start is think about where are those organic discovery points where you already have those eyeballs. And we have quite a set of tools in the toolkit here around some of the organic plugins and m.me links that you can utilize. So whether it's your website and taking advantage of the Send to Messenger plugin or the customer chat plugin. I've already mentioned the messenger codes that you can use both online and offline, but know that that's great for offline events too. And even your Facebook page and making sure that you've enabled paid messaging and it's simple and easy for folks to interact with your bot from there. Then you want to also start thinking about enabling sharing and how to drive that viral interaction because you want to leverage everything that Messenger has and the network of contacts that people are communicating with. So I also just wanted to quickly note, we're really excited about the customer chat plugin. We announced this in November of last year, and we were overwhelmed by the level of interest, where we actually accelerated the timing of our open beta. So it's now available to all of you, so I highly encourage you to take advantage of this. This is just an example here of Donnie. It's a women's scarf maker based in the US, and you'll see that they're utilizing the chat plugin. And it's not just for kind of care and support, which is I think where we're used to seeing it, is when you're asking questions and whatnot. You can use it to really kick off the onboarding and the initial interaction, pre-sales as well. So this is a really powerful tool and plugin that I encourage all of you to take advantage of. So numerous businesses like Volaris, KLM, Zalando, Air France are already utilizing the plugin today. And I also just want to note that unlike some of the other live chat plugins that are already out there and that we've all seen, that with the Messenger customer chat plugin, identity is built in. So it creates a more personalized connection for businesses and people. And again, once that web session is closed, that session is lost. With the Messenger customer chat plugin, it's still on the device of that user. So even if they were to drop off in this conversation, they can pick back up on their mobile device with the Messenger app and check back in with Donnie and have that whole history and context of what they've already conversed about. So just touching again on the power of sharing, I want to also make sure you guys are well aware that you can utilize customized sharing options in terms of how a user shares content with their friends on Messenger. So this is the GameBot Trivia Blast, and you'll see that you're actually able to customize the shared message that comes up at the top of this unit. So it says, can you beat me at Harry Potter, or try to beat me at this? And it really encourages them and builds that trust so that they know it's coming from a friend, a trusted friend on Messenger. And it's really easy with this link to deep link back into Trivia Blast so that friend can start playing as well. I also wanted to note we also have a new Share SDK that's available. So for those of you who are also building out mobile apps and you're wanting to take advantage of chat extensions too, with this new Share SDK, it provides a more seamless and consistent sharing experience into Messenger. So I encourage you all to take a look at that as well. So if you want more, paid discovery is also an effective way to drive people to your bot on Messenger. As we all know, Facebook is great at targeting audiences, and you can make use of click-to-messenger ads that appear in Facebook newsfeed and Instagram to bring those people to that experience. And once people have started that conversation with your business or brand on Messenger, you can re-engage them by using sponsored messages. And that's also a paid product, and it's to enable businesses to be able to send targeted and promotional messages to refresh that conversation. So many businesses today are already using a combination of these tools to effectively drive people to their experiences on Messenger. So please make sure to interact with our platform Meetup bot. I'm going to ask all of you to take out your phones right now and scan this code. So open your, I know you all have your mobile phone in your hands, so open your mobile phone, get to Messenger, open the camera, and you also have this code on the back of your badges. So you can also turn over your badges. And what you want to do is just press and hold on the camera, and you'll see a highlighted field pop up, and you can scan the code that way. And that'll take you directly to the platform Meetup bot, where you can check out the schedule, learn more about office hours, and also give us some feedback. So it's never been a better time to invest and build on Messenger, and we want to thank our amazing developer community. We couldn't do it without you, and you are truly the pioneers. And we're really excited to see what you have coming up next. I just want to leave you with a note. There's a lot more detail and information at our Messenger DevDoc site. We've also recently relaunched our Messenger website, which also has some great case studies and success stories for more examples of businesses and how they're effectively using Messenger today. Thanks.
Gracias, Linda. No solamente, una vez que abran el bot, no solamente navéguenlo, sino también utilícenlo para llenar la encuesta de satisfacción o de retroalimentación de este evento. Al completarla podrán escoger cuál de las dos opciones de regalo quieren el día de hoy después del evento y recogerla al final del evento. Así que también sirve para escoger alguno de los regalillos que tenemos para ustedes el día de hoy. sea un bot de Messenger, sea la optimización del funnel de registro de su aplicación o sitio web, sea una campaña publicitaria para impulsar las instalaciones, una clave a lo largo de todos estos procesos es la medición. La medición para saber si lo que estamos haciendo verdaderamente es un éxito o es un fracaso, si podemos ir por ese camino o si es necesario cambiar. Una de las herramientas más potentes que existe para esa medición es Facebook Analytics, que puede producir informes y reportes únicos que pueden mejorar la toma de decisiones, específicamente en torno a producto y mercadotecnia. Matías Castelo, quien encabeza el equipo de alianzas de Facebook Analytics, nos platicará un poco más de esta herramienta y cómo pueden comenzar a utilizarla para informar mejor su proceso de toma de decisiones y mejorar su producto y servicio. Bienvenido, Matías.
Gracias. Buenos días. Voy a empezar en español y saludarlos, pero la presentación va a ser en inglés. Alonso me dijo antes que iba a ser más fácil entender inglés que mi acento argentino igual. Me